Honors, member of the jury, my name is Mrs. Lawyer, representing Winston Smith in the case my client Winston has been abused and taken advantage of the defendant Oceana. This case is being brought to the courts of the grounds of infringement of freedom of speech and expression, cruel and unusual punishment, and wrongful surveillance. Throughout the client's life in Oceana, the party has kept him under surveillance, monitored his thoughts, and policed his intimate relationships. This evidence will also show how the party physically tortured my client in the sake of indoctrinating him into the party. We will call his witness, Julia. This is a civil case, and Plaintiff Smith must prove his case by preponderance in the evidence, meaning his case should be proven in probable than the defendant. The First Amendment is in place to protect individuals' freedom of speech, assembly, and expression. The Fourth Amendment is to protect against government surveillance, and the Eighth Amendment is there to protect against cruel and unusual punishment. Winston Smith should have been protected with these laws years ago before Oceana decided to defy them. For these reasons, after you have heard all the evidence at the end of this trial, we will ask you to return a verdict in favor of Winston Smith. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. My name is Mr. Lawyer. I will be representing the defendant, O'Brien, and the superstate of Oceania. The defendant stands here today, wrongly accused of violations of human rights and the violations of the most honorable laws in our world. These are incredibly serious accusations that could cause my client irreparable damage if proven falsely guilty. Members of the jury, this is the case of the defendants protecting the ideology of their superstate against violent and dangerous rebellion. As we are all aware, Oceania and the party have proven to be in their citizens' best interest, and their principles are imperative to follow for peace. The plaintiff, Winston Smith, defied the will of Oceania and the party, directly putting the entire population in danger. Mr. Smith possessed thoughts contradictory to the party's ideology. He doubted the party and its abilities. Let it be known that Smith actively rebelled against the party by engaging in an illegal affair, possessing a diary, and having a brief connection with the Brotherhood. We will be calling Mr. Charrington as a witness to allow the real story to be told. We ask you to consider the evidence presented and to rule in favor of my client, Oceania.
Julia, how did you know the plaintiff?
We had a secret, intimate relationship.
Now, did you enjoy this relationship, Julia?
Yes, I did.
While engaging in this relationship, did you two bring any harm to the citizens of Oceania or Oceania as a whole?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Have you ever had other sexual relationships with other party members?
Yes, there have been hundreds.
If you have sexual relationships with hundreds of men, do you think it would be possible for the party to torture these men as they did to you and Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Juliet, were you allowed to have any opinions differing from the party?
No.
Julia, were you tortured by the party?
Yes, I was. Julia, were you a member of the Junior Anti-Sex League? Yes, I was. And what are the principles upheld by the Junior Anti-Sex League?
We uphold chastity and celibacy.
When you became a member of the Junior Anti-Sex League, did you or did you not pledge to uphold those values?
Yes, I did pledge to uphold the values.
Did you knowingly defy the laws of Oceania?
Yes.
Were you aware of the punishments that would be given for those such crimes?
Yes, I was aware.
No further questions.
How long has Winston and Julia occupied the room above your shop before you reported it to the authorities?
A month or so.
And why would you wait so long to inform the party of these thought criminals?
I wanted to make sure he was guilty.
Is it correct that you sell things in your shop that are illegal to members to own, such as diaries?
Yes.
And you sold a diary to Winston in your shop months ago, correct?
Yes.
Why would you not turn Winston into the thought police right then and there?
I had no idea he was going to write about Big Brother or the party at all.
But to the best of your knowledge, the party has arrested possible thought criminals on very little to no evidence, correct?
Yes.
Mr. Charrington, how long have you been a spy for the party?
Since the war began.
And when did you first meet Winston Smith?
He came into my shop a couple months ago.
What led to your meeting with Winston?
He had bought a diary from me, and then he just came into my shop again.
Did you show Winston the room above your shop with the intention to rent it to him?
No, not at all.
But you did confirm that there was no way for the party to detect the area when Winston asked, correct?
Yes.
Did Winston ever discuss his plans to go against the party with you?
We had multiple long discussions about the party and his plans and ideologies about them.
And is it your job and honor to the party to turn in any thought criminals you come across?
Yes.
No further questions.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Again, my name is Mrs. Lawyer, and I am representing Winston Smith in this case. As I said, we called Julia to the stand as a witness. She testifies truthfully and has aided in providing the super state of Oceania restricted Winston Smith's freedom of speech, surveyed him and his relationships without cause, and tortured him and Julia with the ministry of love. We ask you to reject the defense theories of this case. Although Winston technically broke the laws of Oceania, these laws violated human rights. The defendant's only defense is violation of their inhumane laws. Let it be known that it is not the character of Oceania or O'Brien to lie. The party does nothing but lie to their citizens, although they are claiming their laws are in place to protect them. We ask that you find the defendant guilty as you charge, but have all the plaintiff's freedoms in your hands.
Good afternoon. My name is Mr. Lawyer, and again, I am the defense attorney in this case. In the case that the prosecutor has presented to you today, there is insufficient proof to convict. We would ask for a verdict of not guilty. I would like to remind the jury Mr. Smith possessed thoughts contradictory to the party's ideology. He doubted the party and its abilities. It is vital to remember that Smith actively rebelled against the party by engaging in an illegal affair, possessing a diary, and having a brief connection with the Brotherhood. The defendant does not have to prove they are innocent. Rather, it is the burden of the plaintiff's attorney to prove that the defendant is guilty. The opposing side's witness is guilty of similar crimes as Winston. This shows the dishonesty rooted in their case. Oceania and their representation, O'Brien, are innocent. We would ask you to render the only verdict that is fair, not guilty.